you have to become obsessed with your clients. This is something I learned at Tony Robbins Business Mastery.
Gotcha.
A lot of times people become obsessed with their own brand and their own company.
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that.
And I'm like, oh, like, I am kind of, I mean, it's hard not to be obsessed with your baby.
Yeah.
But become even more obsessed with your customers.
Gotcha.
And so learning every single thing about them, their pain, what keeps them up at night, what they're obsessed with, what they like to do, what brands they love to follow, what they like to buy, what they like to do for their lifestyle, what they like to do for hobbies. So once you're able to really learn and become obsessed with your clients, it gets really fun in creating new ways to help serve them at like higher and higher levels.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Holy cow. You just gave me like a flood of ideas that came to my head.
Seriously, it's so beautiful, and that's really when it gets really fun.
Yes.
You know, when you're just thinking about them, like, okay, if I was a consumer wanting to buy a home, like what would I want to feel like when I would come into a title company to sign?
Right.
If I was a real estate agent and I, you know, like your operations need to be on point, and then because obviously if you're just great at marketing and selling, but then your operations are not doing well, you have to do both. You have to have the good balance. But I will say, going after perfection is something that will kill you. Like, perfection does not exist.
Right.
And even going through the Stanford business program, some of these companies, corporations that were gigantic, international companies, they also had their struggles and their challenges and the growing pains. So the perfection just does not exist.
Right.
The Apples of the world, the Googles of the world, in fact, some of the study cases we did, we learned about some of their hiccups. And so what I'm saying is, stop going after perfection.
Yeah.
It is non-existent.
Yeah.
So what you do work on is how to become better, how to avoid that, and be smart about the process, right?
Right.
And so don't expect perfection, but definitely expect growth and how to never make those mistakes again and how to be better.
Yep. Yep. I love that because I've seen so many people struggle with paralysis of analysis because they want it perfect. My business card has to be perfect, right? Like really, it just needs your number on there. You know, it just needs to be able to, people even know how to get in contact with you, but no, it's got to have the little sparkle here and the picture of me there. And I, you know, I remember when I first got into entrepreneurship, I thought the same. Like when I put together my first website, man, did I overthink that. You know, I was like, and the button needs to do this and click there. And yes, I can see how perfection can paralyze a lot of people. And so thank you for sharing that. That's really good information, guys. Bailey, keep that in mind. Because Bailey likes perfection. We were talking about this before.
He's like, yes. Yeah, it's just non-existent. It will really kill you.
Yeah.
Like I always tell my team too, I don't expect perfection, but they take such pride in their work.
Yeah.
That once a mistake happens, I mean, they've like been in tears before about it. They truly care. They feel really, really bad about the situation. I don't need to beat them up. Obviously, I'm not happy about it, but let's find a solution. That's always the number one thing I say. Let's own the mistake.
Yeah.
So you own it, and we find solutions, and that's what we do.
Got it.
And then how do we never make this mistake again?
Yes.
So, I just would never, I wouldn't focus on that at all. I would focus on, I would think it's way more valuable to focus on your staff and how to help them, train them, if you have the right systems and if you have the right person in the right position.
Yeah.
Give them more of that time of that type of training and coaching them to become better than perfect.
Gotcha.
It's just not real.
Got it. Okay. Very cool.